This video is designed to tell the difference between a Google search and a Google Bard search. So if you're absolutely new to everything and you're really not sure, I will just step through a couple of examples. Now on the right hand side, no surprises, but that is the Eiffel Tower as a teaser to where we might be going. So this is the thing, is if you go to say a question, I've got a couple of questions about France and Paris, and then the Louvre Museum. So if you went to a normal Google page in a normal setup and you said, what is the capital of France? Notice this is just a question. What is the capital of France? This is the page, or kind of the page you're going to see. You're going to see Paris, which is the answer. Then what other people have searched for. Then the normal 1, 2, 3, 4 other questions. Maybe a few images, a Wikipedia, Encyclopedia Britannica, and so on and so on. On the right hand side, you know, if you've been searching Google for any time in the last 25 years, you probably know this. On the right hand side there'll be a knowledge panel, if that's what it's called. Picture, map, Paris itself, areas, the mayor, what time it is, what events are on, even some football teams there. Now if you ask Bard what is the capital of France, it will, and I will bring it a little bit bigger for everyone here. Try and keep this, yeah, that'll do today. What is the capital of France in a much more of a conversational model? First of all, you'll never see an advert in here at the moment in Bard. I don't know, it's only 80 days old and Google is very much involved in advertising, as we know. Capital of France is Paris, exactly the same way. Then it says in a conversational manner, it's located in the north central part of the country on the Seine River. Paris is one of the most important cities in the world. It's known for its culture, history and architecture. Here are some of the things you can do in Paris. Notice how the conversation, as if this was a very wise person you're talking to, tells us about the Eiffel Tower, about the Louvre Museum, and now offers a photo. You can go on the River Seine or the Seine River, Notre Dame, the Latin Quarter. Eat your way through Paris, as it's a foodie's paradise. There are restaurants serving all kinds of cuisine from traditional French. That's one thing. So let's just go on to the next one, and that is staying in Bard. How far from London is Paris? And I will keep with this one for the moment. London's about 215 miles according to this. We can go on the train, the bus, the ferry. No matter which way you choose to travel, you are sure to have a great time in Paris. The city is full of history, culture and amazing food. Enjoy your trip. Now, if we do the same thing in a Google search, what we get is a very factual thing, which is what you asked for. London, Paris, map, distance, same thing. People ask some questions and all the web links. They're not in a conversational manner. So this time I'm going to ask a Google search of what is there to do in the Louvre Museum. And this is the interesting part of it, is because depending on how you're feeling, as we're all human beings, it's where your eye goes. Now at the moment, if you are very familiar with this, and you probably are, then you've got the sponsorships. So here's some tickets and tours, and they're offering to sell you some tickets. Or we can look at the top sites in the Louvre Museum on this panel, or on the right hand side we've got a map. You get the idea. And then we go down on the right hand side, normal. Let's finish up here where we can ask Google Bard what is there to do in the Louvre Museum. And this becomes quite comfortable and nice really, and I'll tell you why. There are many things to do in the Louvre Museum. Here are a few ideas. So that's the opener from our question of what do we do in the Louvre? Should we go there? See the Mona Lisa, and there is a picture. Famous paintings in the world. See the Venus de Milo. There is a picture. Take a guided tour. Interesting. Listen to a concert. That's nice. Here's the one I like. Have a picnic. There's a large park located next to the Louvre. Now, Google search never told us that. Didn't ask for it, but never told us. Shop at the museum's gift shop. And then we're starting to get into this conversation. And this is really interesting, I think, with the way Bard works. Buy your tickets in advance. Okay, that's obvious. Arrive early. The museum opens at 9. Oh, lovely. Here's a lovely one. Wear comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking, so it's important to wear comfortable shoes, you know. Bring a water bottle. Genius! The museum is large and it can be hot inside, so it's a good idea to bring a water bottle. with water inside of that water bottle would be even better, says me trying to be clever. Take your time. There is a lot to see in the Louvre Museum, so take your time and enjoy the experience. So you see, it's much more conversational, not an advert in sight. And depending on what you ask next is what happens next. If you compare that in a reverse of the normal Google page, then you'll see that Google Bard, being a conversational AI, is very, very different than the normal Google searching. So if you say what is the capital of France and suddenly you're told about some football teams, that's brilliant, but it's not exactly what you asked, is it? But hey, life is life with this one, which is a quick whistle-stop tour of the difference between a Google search and a Google Bard, I would say, prompt or query or search.